Yeah, so this is my fourth hand then. I accept them. Boom boom. All these windows. Boom boom. Boom boom boom. Dun, dun, dun. Super duper. Yes, super. I have used the empty example, making it to a folder, and in here I have extracted the image load examples, so it works. So here my file, in file, called it like in the book. There's the original images plus some of mine and one GIF image that I'm going to use in the code. Yeah. So here I have it. I'll go into the main. I made the window to be 424 times 768. Yeah. So that's my window. In the chest app, I have an off image. That is my billede 3. That's the picture. And then I've chosen my off video player, Iron Man 5. That's the GIF picture of video player. Actually makes it able to run the animation. Yeah, as an off type, true type font, text font, then called it. Yeah, then able to use fonts. And off texture I was trying to use the double for loop part, but I have a bit trouble to use it to resize, because you can actually just resize the image by changing these two values. So yeah, I've not chosen Lena, but I have chosen to have my picture billede 3 instead of Lena, because I can't see why I should use the real picture. Yeah, and then I use a string for my object name, which is this, and then another one called filling, just like we have the no fill, and then also hello world for what I'm going to type in. Yeah. Yes, and some floats for the x and y. For the x and y position, and for the width and the height, for red, green, and blue, and for to make the triangle, just to have some extra coordinates so it's possible to make. Yeah. So in here is all the code. Here you can see I've tried to use the code you sent us last, but I have a bit trouble to understand it. So yeah. So here is why I load the game image that I have chosen. So I said billede3.load image. The folder is in, and the picture, and then I have my Iron Man 5, which just download from a Google search. So loads my GIF image with an animation. So I could call movie, load movie, and then it will play the animation. Boom boom, and say play. And here I can set a font type and size. And that is also here. That is Verdana, and need to be this true type font in Danish. True type skrifttypefil. As wonderful it can sounds like. I just chosen anyone Verdana. And yeah, inside the update, I update the GIF file animation so it continues to play the animation. Simple. And setting my background to a 50 red, 100 green, 100 blue. Okay. So what I'm going to draw here, I was just trying to begin with the double for loop, but yeah. So in here, I read the text file that I have the information / data that shall be read. Okay, so we use ifstream like the in the book said it says IO stream, and in stream it makes me possible to read the file. I could have said IO stream, in stream, semicolon, and then said in underscore stream. Just like, don't want to fuck up my code now. In stream dot open, and then write infile dot txt. Whoop, and then you should also do it. Yeah, then we are using a while loop, so just keep running all this while it's not int.eof. Simply that. Yeah. So I have just been ruining all this so I can understand. So Ocean can understand. So if it's just if statements direct down to until it closes. Oh yeah, I also forgot that. Made a wait there. Made a new function that can check the fill string fill. So no, just like when you get back here, just a check fill. Then say there's a filling. So instead of writing off fill and off fill and off no fill, then you can just make this code so it checks it, and it's just down here. So if fill is no fill, then it's going to run the off no fill function that is built in. Else if fill is equals to fill, like in the here, then it would just yeah, I don't know, because my headset didn't receive any sound. So yeah, now it should be able to work out. Super. Yeah, my mistake. I have a wireless headset, so when it doesn't receive any sound, yeah, it just stops. So hopefully the sound is back. And whoops. Yeah. So the first part, I say if my object name, like here, if my object name is equal to my picture.rpg, then it should in-stream it, and then it should set an X position, Y position, and the width and the height. Okay, so I declare how big it is, and just to make sure, you can see here it is 600 times 400, just like written. So if I run the code, I know this is actually the first time I'm using code blocks. I have a Mac, but yeah. So you can see here if my image, and for some reason I can actually change the size now. Not afterwards. So let me try to make it 235 times 600. This is save both resized. So instead of using the for loop, this is actually easier instead of always go into the code and find out what the hell is going on. As you can see here, times 400 files save. Ah, now I can update. It couldn't before. Never mind. Press any key to continue. The small object set video blah blah. I've been written on the page. It says that it's a bug in the open frameworks. Yeah, and send the color just to be bright or light. You can say so. So it keeps its normal color. If I do it like this, then actually will become purple. I mean, no, pink. That's because then there's yeah. Can remember it actually. Let me try to figure it out. Why is it? You can see here, log 1 of base video plays the pixel not implemented. Yeah, you can see it's running pretty fast. I haven't told it how fast it's run, but I don't care. It works. Boom. Yeah. So in order just to make sure it have colors, I could write it down here and said it should have alright, what GB? Oops, I'm missing B. And then I could just write RGB. And then right in here 255, and then it just become totally white. It should be just a white picture. Maybe it's the right 0. Yeah. So we just need to make the colors the color this. We don't have to change it. But that could also just do like that, and that's the same for here. Right, RGB, and also say to the file you need to read the values R. Oh damn, I can't spell. GB. The Hagemann also need to have its own colors, so just say it is white in quotation signs, and yeah, then it should run it. So here we have the rectangle. We can yeah, it's the same with Hagemann, it's the same as the picture. And yeah, then we have menu, that is a rectangle. So we have the interface, so we have now filling, that is no fill. So that we say the fill is going to read. I say okay, if it is fill equals no fill, then it should be running the off no fill function. And this time they will say my what is called the rectangle is not going having a color inside it, but just the lines. Try to run it here. Let's just say it is should be yellow. Am I guessing right? Yay, code blocks is fucking up. Maybe it's because this. I'm just trying to do like this. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe you can just do it with a GIF. Yeah, you can do it with GIF, but here we have the rectangle. That's more like square. Boom. Yeah, and then we have our 3D box also, if you could call it that. And here's the color source and set, and here's the filling, check fill. And yeah, I can do it like fill. You saw it before, it was the blue one. I says to be in blue. So let's say fill now. Then it should actually just be a black blue box. Yeah. Boom. You can see there's a depth inside it, and that is the off box. And then let's take the width. It's a third dimension. Yeah. So 300, 300, 200. So it takes the places like this is position. The X position of the image is 300, the Y position is 300, and then the width becomes the Z position of the box, and then it can draw it. Yeah. And yeah, the follow colors. I would just say it should be no fill, because I want to see the other things. And then we have the circle. Yeah, like with rectangle you use off rect. Yeah. And for the circle, called circ. I call it circle. And do like here, circle. Yep. Saving. Setting the color, check the filling, that is no fill inside. You're calling out the filling, boom, setting color, RGB, it is white. So the resolution is how many edges the circle is going to have. How many edges it is going to have. And yeah, setting again like the where it is what it's called. You have the center where it's going to be placed, and then you have the radius, and then it is telling the edges it's going to have, and then it draws a circle. That's how I understood it. I might be wrong, but it's working, so I'm pretty sure that's that. and then it draws a circle. And the same is for the pentagon. Then you just write 5, and then you have actually just a circle where you can draw a pentagon. Whoa, it's not closed. Nope. So yeah, it should be almost next to each other. Penta has a fill. You see my pentagon has a fill, so it's filled in, and here's my circle. I can't zoom. Damn. Yeah. And when you have the ellipse. It's almost the same as the circle. Instead, you just wrote off ellipse and use the width and the height, and then you figured out that actually you can make it very what can call canted. What is that called? Yeah. You can say that it is actually a circle that is just very edged, and it's just know that I have to make the radius a different way. Yeah, so it becomes more oval. It's just like the circle, but it's more like let me just open paint. It's just most like this, like whoop whoop. And that is true. We have the X and Y, and there. So yeah. So that's actually how it works. Another line, pretty easy. Line here I have set to 0 and 0, and then it's yeah, X position, Y position to start in the upper left corner and just go right down. And my headset went out again. Okay, I don't know if you can hear my music, but I have to play some sound in order to let my headset working. Yeah, as I said, with the line, set in position, whoops, set in position 0.0 with the same resolution as my image. So just all window, and then I have set this wide. So we have the line here. Whoa, down to the bottom. Where? You can also see the ellipse, and then we have a word, and then here we're using the text font, and then we draw the string, and the string is going to be, of course, the text is going to be the filling. So I have written the most no word encoding, hello world, and yeah, it's going to be this position, and the color of the text is going to be white. And also up here I have declared how big the size is going to be, and that's going to be 50. I think it needs to be big enough to be able to read. And the final thing is there's a triangle. I can't quite easily explain it, but first we have, yeah, you see here's the offset called like this, because if I manage to do it here, it would just be very annoying to have a lot of numbers, but I can do it. Let me just like R G B. Yeah. Let me just say was 255, 0 and 255. Of course I said it should be the fill, so you fill out the triangle. As I saw before, there was the pink one. Let me just like whoops, caps lock, is that on? Nope. Control Z. RG B. And here I can say just no fill. And if I do like this and this and run it, that's the second part. It should be oh, I can say it. It is a X and Y and an X and Y. So use 4 coordination in order to make one triangle. Yeah. Haven't played so much with it, but I think I'm pretty sure how it goes. And of course, use the off triangle in order to create a triangle. So now see, now there's no fill in it, just like this. Boom, boom, boom. So let me just try to say 300 here. Off. And so now it doesn't work. It is randomly, yay! What? Didn't change it. See, now I change it. Boom, boom. Position 100 to 300. Whoop. Yeah. So yes, that should actually be of course. Then we have the in-stream.close. So it closes the in-stream. So this is actually what it just reads and draws it. And they have the part again. Yeah. That should be it. My name is Hagemann Nielsen, and this was my 4th hand in.